Hello guys, welcome back to the Matrix of Life channel, and in this video we're gonna talk about matrix. Again, thank you for your stories. I got an email from one of my followers. I gonna read it and I gonna explain it. This email was about tarot situation in her life. So let's get started. I will try to read it, but since she's not native speaker, it may be difficult at times, to read completely in the right way. So what she's writing me in this email, and any of you can write me an email with your date of birth, with your interesting life situation, and if I will find it personally interesting enough for other people to learn from it, for entertaining enough, maybe I will analyze your matrix for free, some aspects of it, not complete entire reading, but some aspects of it, and will answer with help of matrix, will answer your questions, why it happened to me. Okay, so here we got such a story. She's writing, my friend and I bought the decks, tarot decks, almost same time. My very first deck was the classic Rider-Waite tarot deck. Interestingly, she's writing, when I first got it and was unpacking it, I cut my finger to the point of blood. I don't know how it happened, but it was very unpleasant. So when she was unpacking her tarot deck, she cut her finger. Yeah. A friend also bought a classic deck. For several months we practiced doing spreads for each other. So here's the situation, next situation. People with no tarot background, people who does not know, who haven't been at like different professionals who gonna say you need to invest your time and talent in esoteric, who have not been pushed towards esoteric all their life as I was so many times, even when I was in China, I fall badly from a rock, but thanks Lord and holy angels I survived it without heavy injuries, and that to me, from this hate, that was real miracle. And I have been like, oh my god, what I'm doing here, like as I'm doing completely something wrong, what I'm not supposed to do in my life, even though teaching job is really nice job, and I was like, oh my god, what I'm doing, I must do something else, and they're trying to communicate to me. All my life I have been pushed towards esotericism, first of all being born in such family, secondly, after some period of time, different people were telling me like, okay, you're gonna work with system which not invented yet, your profession gonna be very unusual, photo analysis book about science of symbols. Literally when I was preparing for my PhD exams, instead a book about science and symbols fall over my head in a bookstore. I have been reading it entire day in bookstore, and instead of buying other books which supposed to help me to prepare for my exams, I spent all my money on this one book, and I got free training from a person, from author of this book, and not only in science and symbols but as well in remote viewing system. I got free training from this person, from my teacher. So all my life, I have been pushed there by force. Like I have been pushed towards esotericism, towards this field, and here we gotta go. Zero signs that look, you should hold tarot in your hands and you should do tarot, you should practice tarot. No, she is deciding, I can go, I can buy, I can practice. From where such thoughts came? In my case, astrologer said, okay, you have strong house 8 and house 12 which supporting this. You working with predictions, you working with semantic systems. I have been consulted with a person who reading a palm reader, palm reader. Exactly same words have been taught to me. So person without this external signs which gonna push her in this direction decided, okay, why not to become a tarot reader? Why not? So they have been practiced. And why this is important? Because you may go towards such tarot reader. Choose wisely whom you trust in your energies. Like, she bought tarot deck out of a blue without even being pushed towards it. Yeah, she just bought it. She practiced for a few months with her friend, and now she's doing here and there readings. What the hell is going on? Anyway, let's keep reading this wonderful email. So, and okay, for several months we practiced doing spreads for each other. Then other decks began to appear in our collections. So they have been practicing different spreads without mastering only one deck, classical deck. They decide, okay, let's get other tarot cards as well. So, okay. Then other decks began to appear in our collections. In general, the acquisition of decks is more addictive than the fortune-telling process itself. And here we get a vibe of whom? Of collectioner of tarot deck. Because person who perceive it as beautiful illustrations, yeah? A very like artistic visual mind. Not a reader. Like, and keyword here, addictive. For whom fortune-telling process is addicting? For whom could become so much addicted that they pull a card for each and every event? Remember me telling you that that's energy 10, strong energy 10, and this girl, matrix. All details about matrix, remember in description box below. Link for calculator. Entering date of birth 16th of February 1988. You will get exactly the same matrix in front of your eyes, which I have built here. Okay. So in sky position, she have energy 10. What she's supposed to learn? Yeah, mentally. Energy 10, you in this group to become addicted to different tarot readings because you want to know for sure, 100% sure you want to know. And remember energy 7's minus, yeah? When they need to plan something, again, they similarities with energy 7 and 10. So they want to know everything, because if cards tell them don't do this, this endeavor not gonna be successful, energy 7 will not move their ass. And energy 10 will help with this, like, why bother if we, even though 7 is much stronger here, and energy 10 is supportive one, supposed to be when it's in plus. It's supposed to be this way. But in minus, they like very contradictive. This one energy want to know everything in advance, and this one energy like trying to find excuses not in order not to do this, trying to find excuses why it's not gonna be successful. So this how this energy is acting, especially with energy 5 here in karmic tail. And here's so much amazing karmic tail. 1558 spiritual liar and deceiver. Many times I brought up this karmic tail on my matrix channel, and here we go discussing this wonderful matrix. So let's keep reading her email here. Okay, then other decks began to appear in our collections. In general, the acquisition of decks is more addictive than the fortune-telling process itself. I also bought books for the decks. So here, energy 5 and minus, reader by the book. In my very first video in Matrix and Magic playlist, I created this video for all of you. How you should choose tarot reader. Energy 5 is always reader by the book. And here is 5 in minus. So they have started, not that book is a very bad thing, yeah, but any book can make a professional tarot reader out of you. Because this is something you should have in your veins, you know. You may read a lot of books, okay, I can read a lot of books in mechanics and engineering. But until I will take tools and start fixing things, I just a person who have read mechanics and or neurosurgery books. If if I will read a lot of neurosurgery for dummies, for example, book, yeah, or surgery. I'm just a person who read a book, and until I gonna get my tools and go to like perform some surgery on somebody. I'm just a person who have read down book. And the same with tarot, but a lot of you so stupid that you don't understand this. And you thinking, okay, I read a lot of tarot books, now I'm professional tarot reader. No, you are not. No, you are fucking not. And especially this became very clear to me when I was taught remote viewing system, yeah? When you constantly receiving feedback, when you working like with your own perception of the world, because remote viewer, yeah, if he is following target, yeah, and you need to figure out if everything okay with the person who is your target. You set in yourself and you get in, for example, because this all comes in vibes, yeah, and you want to set everything to the book with energy 5 in minus, it's impossible. You need to figure out if everything is okay with your target, with person you tracking, with person you following, and this person, for example, in Paris and Disneyland on roller coaster, if when you was a child you got negative experience from roller coaster, you felt sick, you felt like all this, the energy you will be channeling, you may overlay your own personal trauma on energies you pick in from your target and make your own prediction. And this is very important to track your own, like, so your own perception not impact real energy you channeling, it not intercross in this way. That's why very important to work with your own traumas, with your own perceptions, yeah, not overlay this. So being a tarot reader is not just pulling cards and reading a book, you know, it's constant work on yourself with other professionals to be able to give people normal valid predictions here. Anyway, we keep going with this wonderful letter. So she bought a book. I also bought books for decks. The total amount of purchases is quite large. Even now I am ashamed of these expenses in front of my family. So she spent money which were not even money of her own, but money belonged to her family, and now she feels ashamed of how much money she wasted on this everything. Feeling ashamed for purchases. Which energies are this? Feeling shame, very, very shameful energies. This is usually here energy 15. She got like, and a combination 15 and 18. 15 and 19, and she have a lot, plenty. She have 18 on her money line, love line, ancestral line, and she have energy 15 in karmic tail. So like doing things, it's like a person, yeah, who is, for example, drug addict, energy 15, negative manifestation, yeah, person who is like a smoker, yeah, and smoking something not really nice. And being caught, they feel ashamed, yeah. And she, same way, she she took money from family. She said it was all in letters. I'm just reading the most important parts because letter was really huge here that came to my email. So I just picked parts, not in order not to make this video too long, too boring, and just share precise information with you. Okay, so. She's feeling ashamed. She wasted so much money. It's like addict, already not healthy. And like she mentioned, she literally mentioned that buying decks even more addictive than fortune telling. So person from the very beginning, how she's treating tarot, and Lord forgive if you will go to such reader and have very negative perception of all tarot readers after this person, yeah. That's why get to know, it's so many shitty entertaining videos over YouTube. tarot, pop culture, yeah, pop culture of tarot. But so far, behind the scenes, I haven't seen that much readers who telling and sharing the tarot background, how they learned, who analyzing, or at least trying to analyze the mistakes of perception, or false predictions they made, what impacted. I haven't seen this. So highly unprofessional and highly for entertainment, yeah? Let's agree on this. It's very nice to watch and hear from each and every video about future spouse. They celebrities, they millionaires, they very have physical attractive looks. Okay. If you're not working on your own body, you really think you're gonna get physically attractive husband? Come on. Rare, so rare, yeah. Use statistic for this. Look around at couples you know. Look at scientists and how they may, like, we're usually choosing people who, like, we think like same in appearance level, yeah. Scientists made experiment, so open your eyes, yeah. But yeah, readers will keep repeating same shit. Anyway, let's move forward. So she feeling ashamed, and that's combination, strong combination of addict 15 18 in matrix. If you have strong coupling of 15 18 going together, and here's money channel 15 18, karmic tail love line 15 18 going together, strong bond of energies 15 and 18, like, and desire to hide, that's energy too. Desire to and lie, desire to hide and lie about something. So she felt ashamed in front of her family. The further into the forest, yes, the more firewood, as they say. I started making plans for myself. Card of the day, card of the week, alignment for the month. So we seeing strong minus of energy 10, which is in the sky position in this person's matrix. Strong minus. When people asking me, are you laying cards like for yourself, energy of the day, energy of the week for yourself? I'm just living my life, you know, like, why the hell, what's this sort of misuse of cards, and why people doing this when they have too much fears about future? I don't have fears about future. I'm just slowly creating it. That's it. I'm living in the moment. I'm enjoying it fully. Why the hell I need waking up in the morning? Why the hell I need to pull card of the day for myself? I'm waking up in the morning. I'm dancing my samba, salsa, whatsoever. I'm drinking my tea, making myself breakfast, enjoying the beautiful view. That's it. Why the hell do I need like two card of the day? Sometimes when I'm making here for entertainment predictions, I'm joining for one or other deck to keep your company here. I'm choosing like for myself, for fun sometimes, yeah. Something, yeah, really resonated afterwards, especially New Year reading resonated so much with me. I did watch it again, yeah, and it resonated with me personally of what had happened in my life so far. That's already middle of the year. We have 8 months of this year, and I was making in January prediction for the year. I was making in January, and so far it so much resonated with me, and resonated with some parts of my astrological forecast I got from myself. So sometimes I'm joining one or other deck prediction. I'm doing for fun. I'm picking, yeah, but I'm not doing this daily shit. Why is this? Because I grew up in tarot culture, and tarot is a tool yet to solve problems. Tarot is a tool to guide you, to help you to figure out the best way, the best approach to something. When I'm starting some new project, I may use a tarot, but again, I will not be asking questions. Oh, how's this project gonna end for me? Is this project gonna bring me money? I'm asking questions. Again, I grew up in tarot culture. How should I approach? What would be the best way to treat it? Yeah. This type of things, this type of questions, mostly I'm asking not the how much money I'm gonna make out of this project. I'm asking the best way to approach it, what I need to add, what I'm not seeing about this project. This type of questions. Because it's tarot ethics. But if you're waking up and card of the day, card of the week, card of the month, you have so much fears and insecurities about your future. So babe, it's matrix. It's your own matrix fault. It's not tarot fault. You know, it's energy 18, fears, and energy 10. They want to be so damn sure about future. They're like squeezing, if this one not my spiritual teachers and who is. And sometimes when you making future husband video, as if from Turkey, as if from Australia, as if from Korea, they want to know fucking answer to everything. This is not the right way. This is not the right system. No. I'm given this warning, but again, that's your money. If you want to waste money like this, okay, I'm gonna pull card for you as if from Korea. But again, unlikely you're gonna get clear answers. So why to waste your energy on this? So they want to know everything. 10 and minus, they're gonna come and fuck your brain like this, as if from New Jersey, as if from New York, which district of New York they, and when if Lord forbids you pulling them cards that say from New York, they gonna start checking each suburb in New York, each district in New York, each street, each fucking street. They want to know for 100% sure from where the fuck the future husband is. That's paranoia, and that's deep minus of energy 10. And what we have, unhealthy tarot reader and same unhealthy clients. And if you want to become popular, vibrate as majority of other people vibrating. Vibrate at this very low professional tarot level, you're gonna get 100 million followers whatsoever. Because a lot of people, they simply do not understand this. And in these long and boring videos, I'm trying to give you this perspective. Those of you who are interested in esotericism, who have this a little bit scientific approach to this system. Okay, let's move forward with this email. Okay, card of the day, card of the week, alignment of the month. Very often the cards puzzled. Of course they will puzzle you, little dummy. For example, when a tower fell out as a card and the day was quiet and calm. And that's another mistake of fucking energy 5 readers, 15, 5, 8. Why is they forbidden from doing tarot and things? Because of these minuses of energy 5. Want to categorize everything. Remember, tarot card, it's just a portal, it's just a door. Yeah, there are green doors to apartments, there are yellow, there are red. It's 22 different designs if we're talking in terms of major arcanums, yeah, or more. Yeah, so what's behind this door? Energy 5 readers, they're very primitive. They can only describe you a door. What behind this door, if you don't have strong energy 20 in your matrix, unlikely you will be able to describe. Unlikely. Fucking unlikely you will be able to describe it. Because to get through this door and see the room, because could be behind this door so many red doors in the world. Or could be so many similar doors in one building, but behind these doors, so very different rooms designed differently for different people taste, with different furniture, yeah. And to describe what's inside through this card, only very professional reader can. Reader of energy 5 gonna just describe you fucking door. Oh, towers, it's gonna be something bad, sickness, scandal, argument. They just describe in fucking door. Not what behind this door. because again, it's just like an anchor. Yeah, it's just like an anchor, you know. What behind this door, they cannot describe you. They just describing you fucking door. Okay, wheel of fortune, ups and downs. They described you, okay, this door is yellow. But what's in fucking apartment, they cannot get access there. Simple. This is readers with strong energy 5. Let's keep reading this very important email. So, some decks blindly lied to me. You make an alignment for an event and everything turns out the way around, yeah? Okay. Wait. Nothing came true, so she just picked Tower for card of the day. Tower could be like in so many different meanings, you know. This could be indicator, if you feel this, that today gonna happen important spiritual lessons. Just observe. Tower card could be some like little choice. You wearing today blue shirt or yellow shirt, blue dress or red dress, yeah. A small little detail may impact in significant way on your future. Why? Because if you, for example, will wear red dress and other person have like taste for this dress, yes, they may come towards you and ask you where you got this wonderful dress, yeah, where you got this from, and this way you may connect and create friendship with someone, with other female, for example. I'm dropping example about future husbands because that's too much of cliche, but sometimes I was getting like requests like this at street. It started like other girls were coming towards me, okay, where you got these beautiful earrings from? And I was sharing links. Or you have very stylish shoes, where you got this from? And we started to talk more and more. We exchanged contacts. I sent them link where I got it from in some messenger, and we start talking, and we figured out that we could be useful for one another. We can create something together, or we just can be useful by some context to one another. And this contact made life easier, yeah. Just based on you wearing something could impact in significant way your future. But cliche tarot readers, of course, it's gonna be arguments, scandals, sickness, blah 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 blah. What Tower is? Tower could be so many different things. Just simple reminder: do not forget umbrella at home. Take it with yourself. So only reader with strong energy 20 looking at this fucking Tower can say what's exactly behind it. What's it exactly in a room? I'm trying so hard to explain it in so many of my videos. I would be very grateful if you would share this with people who are interested to understand this deeper level, which is far from this cliche level. Cliche level, oh, I tried something and it didn't work for me. I hate it now, yeah? Let's keep moving. So, nothing came true. So, tarot card Tower didn't came true. Some decks blatantly lied to me. So some decks just lied to her. Of course, dummy, because like, how you approaching tarot? You make an alignment for an event and everything turns out the way around. So experienced colleagues, and of course with whom she could connect at this level. Whom she call experienced colleagues. Same monkeys and donkeys. Let's be honest. Her experienced colleagues, that same monkeys and donkeys, tarot readers. So experienced colleagues advised me in this case to get clarifying cards or use the deck as additional one to the main one. Of course, what dummies can advise you? Some may say, look, your intuition not that strong to understand what's behind this card. Stop wasting your time. What would experienced colleague advise her? And I literally advise her not to waste time on predictions, but she have other strong talent, and which one I will say at the end of this video. I will say at the end of this video which another strong talent she have where she should invest if she still want to practice esotericism to some extent. Okay, so here we go. So dummies, monkeys and donkeys advised her to use clarifiers. Sometimes we use them clarifiers, but at this level, when you cannot make prediction using just card of the day, this is simplest, this is basic, which I trained, and I was trained day to day, every day with my grandpa. We were checking, and then like there was an exercise, we were watching news on TV, evening news, and in the morning I was making like what gonna be, or trying to be particular and precise what exactly gonna be told in news. And we were analyzing if I messed up. Yeah, we were for example, in her case it didn't came true, we were analyzing, we were doing homework. Okay, what I predicted, it seems like it wasn't on news. Yeah, okay, why you felt this way, we were digging down to the core. Okay, how you interpreted this feeling, why you interpreted this feeling this way, so we got this exact prediction. So again, monkeys and donkeys advised her. Yeah, clarifiers. When you did not master basics, it's like you did not master to add 1 plus 2 in mathematics, and your monkey and donkey colleagues advising you, oh, you should use integrals, you should use integrals or something. Yeah, sinus, cosinus, whatsoever, you should use this, or you should use function. Yeah, she did not master it 1 plus 2 system yet, and they advising her, okay, you should use integral, so you should use sinus, cosinus. That's ridiculous, guys. Yeah, that's, I don't know. Okay. Experienced colleagues advised me in this case to get clarifying cards, so use the deck as an additional one to the main one. By the end of 2021, we had a tense financial situation in our family. Until the very end, I believed the promise of the alignment that everything would be wonderful in the end. A miracle did not happen. Strong fears and visualization energy. That's energy 18. So she initially had this fear, and of course miracle did not happen. If her focus was constantly like, oh, everything's so bad. But okay, if you have energy 18 in your matrix, on one negative thought you should have like 10 positive thoughts. You should shut down your negative thought, negative thinking, with 10 positive thoughts on this. Definitely, like, and which energy she had in 2021? Let me check. Let me check this tab. I hope I can check this. Which energies were there? I didn't calculate it, sorry. So I need to check this way. Which was the lesson? Yeah. Which was the lesson? Energy 20, family related energy she had. Energy 16, ooh. About my matrix transits 1688, I made entire video. It's always a lot of spiritual tests, a lot of energy 16 testing you how much you attach towards material things, because if you are, it will give you test to hold on or just lose everything and still feel happy, as happened to me due to this Ukrainian war. I lost so many good and beautiful things and wardrobe and everything. I lost it. I lost it due to the war in Ukraine. This happened during my matrix transit with energy 16. Still I'm happy. Like it teaches you not tie your happiness towards your financial situation. And for me it wasn't very easy, to relocate out of a blue. And I didn't relocate as this beggar type of person who who go to and use donations from government and applying, like majority people from Ukraine when they relocate to Europe, they're doing the same. They're applying for some sort of like payment, financial compensation. But since my matrix transit 1688, I'm not searching for freebies, because energy 8 badly punished if you will search for freebies. You will be badly punished. So I'm not searching for freebies. I already learned this lesson from previous years. Yeah, I'm just enjoying my life. I lost so many beautiful, wonderful things. Finances. It was not easy to out of the blue to come here, to pay in advance for apartment, to provide for myself. Completely not easy, especially with level of inflation known in Turkey. Yeah. And I arrived exactly in this time. So guys, energy 16 test, I'm passing, I'm going through. Energy 16, yeah, test family. Energy 20 is all about family connections in average matrices as this person have. All about family ties. Energy 16 about attachment toward material, and energy 9 about being wise, turning on your brain. So with energy 9 you should dive deep, not only on surface, you should dive deep, and she didn't. So she behaving very, it's very silly, you know, to hope that everything will solve itself financially. That's really silly. That's minus of energy 9 which she had in transits in 2021. That's so silly to sit out there and look, just imagine some millionaire, Forbes millionaire, came for advice, and they said him to invest in complete like mess, and still he was sitting and waiting for his profits to arrive. Like, if you will look at this, you will say he's cuckoo. So why she's different? Because she's not a millionaire. Like, to sit and hope only for prediction, come on, dummy. You need to do something with your finances, because finances, motherfucker, it's root chakra. And you hope to solve your financial issues through crown chakra, babe. Go down to earth, you know? Not at that level yet. Anyway. Yeah. So I'm just, you know, I'm very irritated with the situation and letter. So the cards again shouted that everything would be fine. And in January of this year already, my loved one fell ill. It would seem like trifling sore, fall, bruises, something pushed him in the back. The cards again shouted that everything would be fine, and in March there was a funeral. So she asked cards about other person's health. I would not recommend you. Sometimes, yeah, people asking about other people health. That's not what I'm recommending to petition for reading, especially if you at the level of newbie. You know. Instead, you can ask like, is doctors are good? Yeah, or what gonna be dynamic? But not this exact like. I would not recommend to ask quite often about somebody else's health, and especially if it's relative. Again, remember predictions system about my family, their health. I'm not laying cards. If something is wrong with their health, I just feel it. It's coming very clear and obvious to me, being revealed in a dream or other form. But I'm not asking cards about somebody else's health. That's like not very good to ask tarot when somebody else gonna die. You know, it's the same question. Like about health, it's sort of like Very at the fine line question, especially if you asking without this person permission. If this person coming towards you like person who's originally sick and asking you about their own health, well, this could be like sort of and again, you like in each and every case to decide to answer this question or not, reader rely on their like intuition if they granted permission to channel something like this, yes or no. So this question is for very professional level, and for newbies to mess up just with people's health, I would not recommend. Even for matrix, there is a health tab, chakral tab. And if you will be getting chakral tab reading from a newbie in matrix, you're gonna be screwed up, guys, because it's so much deep knowledge to this. I learned separately how to read and work with health chart here. And if you will be just dealing with a person who just completed some basic matrix course and they will be trying to say you something related to your chakras, especially a person who haven't consulted even 100 people on this question, like no, run. Yeah, so here we go. And there were funeral, and which energy she had this year? Let me check which energy this year 2022 we got here. Yeah, energy 10, I think, energy 5, and energy 15. Yeah, 15. We got very devilish energy, deceiver, yeah. Energy 5, someone related to family. Energy 10, this obsession with desire to know everything, instead of just having faith. A desire to know everything. So with this person, funeral. Later I started to ask friends to lay cards for me. Everyone gave the most wonderful forecasts about job. So she asked someone to make job forecast for her. Everyone gave the most wonderful forecasts, and but I am looking for a job still. Till this day, this person's still looking for a job, even though everyone made a wonderful forecast. Again, babe, here person did not clarify what kind of job she is searching. And when you go to tarot reader, yeah, will I find job? They may say yes, but you gonna find a job as a janitor. Yeah, be precise, like, will I find a job as for example tarot reader? Will I find a job as TV representative? Yeah. Will I find a job as journalist? Will I find a job as, be precise with what you asking here. And if question was put like, will I find a job? Yes, babe, you can go tomorrow already. You can go to McDonald's, you know. Why you not going? It's a nice forecast, yeah. Again, culture, a lot of tarot readers, they not correcting your questions. They not correcting the way you put in your questions. You're asking your questions. They not correcting this way. What else to say? Will I find a job? Yeah. Look, so many jobs around. Janitors, McDonald's workers, so many people are hiring. Why what's the problem? So everyone gave wonderful forecast. She's still looking. And here she made the conclusion. The vast majority of tarologists just make a lot of money from you. Babe, here we go again. Person who's searching for a job, counting someone else's money. That's so much low level of energy. 8, who is searching freebies. If I'm charging big money for my forecast, maybe I made huge job on this. I didn't stuck in one place. in my tarot reader career, behind the scenes, were a lot of hard work in this direction, a lot of education in this direction, and self-education as well as learning from a teacher. So, but she is seeing this like she got a deck. She decided to become tarologist. Easy money, so easy money, and they making easy money and lot of money on you. What person without job? Be concerned about calculating your own money. This huge minus of energy 8, they looking like, oh, how many? And that's not fair, of course. They gonna see the minus of energy 8, they gonna see this. Oh, wait, they making on tarot predictions huge money, that's not fair. So her conclusions in this letter, the vast majority of tarologists just make a lot of money from you. It is enough to get acquainted with the price list and understand that this business is extremely profitable. Energy 8 in full beautiful minus. By the way, my friend gave away large sums several times, guessing at her future husband. They promised her three boxes of boxes. As here I understand these 3 boxes as very beautiful package of future husband. None of promise came true. Like CEO, rich, superior, beautiful. The tarot reader is quite famous with a very high price list. What I can say? It depends again. It depends on what kind of reader gave. There could be famous reader, but behind this famous reader there is SMM team. Pay attention again when you choose a tarot reader. Not who is famous, not who have 1 million followers. Not necessarily they're gonna be best for you and solve your problem and give you correct prediction. Make a backup search, see what else they doing, see their background, where they learn tarot. And a lot of famous astrologers were giving me predictions. None came true. So what then? Here as well, very nice saying. There is very nice saying: find a system which is working for you. If tarot not working for you, do not expect it to work. Like if astrology not working for you, not expect it to work. For me, matrix works perfectly. Tarot works perfectly. I'm using this system. Astrology not working for me perfectly. Sometimes I am using it just out of curiosity to see and get another confirmation it's not working for me, like sort of. And that's it. Choose something in what you believe. If you don't believe in tarot, do not expect it work from you, because even in all holy books, according to your belief will be given to you. And person from the very starters, like her motivation, okay, tarologist making crazy money, for just bullshitting, doing nothing, like doing fucking nothing, Her perception of this profession is huge disrespect, and she expected for this to work for her, even if she is booking reading from very famous and I don't know, guys. If for me astrology not working, I just cut out of curiosity. I see this not working for me. So, like something somewhere resonated, let's be honest. Something somewhere, rare places, but in terms of predictions of the year, when they given you planets transits, this natal chart, some places resonated, some places do not, but when they given you prediction, transits, no, never, ever. But with some transits, and again, little bit, not completely, somewhere a little bit, like a little clarifier to matrix prediction I got for myself or so. Do not expect this to work for you. Like, and again, choose what is working for you. For me, Feng Shui not working. Vastu working perfectly. I'm using Vastu. I'm happy with it. Vastu is working for me. God bless these people who created Vastu, right? If for you tarot not working, why the hell you go and ask future husband prediction from a tarot reader? That's very stupid and silly. I figured out by different tries, okay, Feng Shui not working for me, but Vastu working for me. I see results from Feng Shui, using Feng Shui. And same, there is Chinese astrology, there is Western astrology, there is Vedic astrology. All say different things about you, not similar. So choose what resonated the most and go for it. So many different tools, esoteric tools were created. Why? Because majority, so many different people, so many different personalities. What suits you may not suit as a person. Okay, let's keep going with this. So, high price list. The tarot cards themselves are quite tricky, and again, disrespect to tarot cards. Huge disrespect. I already explained you, that's a door. Tarot card, that's a door. What's in a room, if you're not a reader, you will just be stuck in by the door, not being able to get inside and describing the door. Each card has a lot of interpretations, yes, because it's fucking door. Yeah, dear. Each card has a lot of interpretations, sometimes very contradictory, so the tarologist will always be right. The Wheel of Fortune fell out to you, so in a reading, so there will be success. Didn't succeed, the wheel spins in different directions, so sorry. And again, Wheel of Fortune, so many different meanings besides that. Again, depends on what's in the door. It's just a door, you know, you can live in a room without doors. But will it be comfortable and convenient? I bet no. And any stranger may cut in. And that's way when you channel in things, it's just to open a portal, to make it easier. To open a portal. When I do matrix, I'm calculating manually, slowly, manually, by algorithm. Why I'm doing this? I'm opening the door. I'm opening the portal. And same with tarot card. Anyway, let's move next to this. So, knowing the future doesn't do any good. Here in general, in addition, tarologist, this is another trick of the cards, always says that the future is changeable and we always make the choice. So why then do you need to make a deal if you are the creator of your own destiny? Yes, future is changeable. Again, so many options. What you gonna wear today, yeah? Which food you gonna eat today for dinner? It may impact a lot. And there was a situation with one of my dates when we met, and he like, oh, you psychic, blah 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 blah, and oh, which future for us? Tell future for us. And I said to him, okay, I see few options of a future here, but again, no one coming through before your free will choice. Like you a creator, yeah? I think there should be another video, why do we need to know future or why we don't need to know future, yeah? I prefer to use tarot in terms of future to be able to come up with something creative. Because tarot cards sets like huge access to this universal information field, and I feel very excited when I'm connected to it. I feel very excited. And in terms of future, you may check from time to time, you may check if you're on a right path. You know, if you all the time getting nice prediction, it's not coming true, you may reflect and see where you making wrong choices which preventing you from this beautiful outcome, and start like choosing right sense, because of course there's gonna be pattern. It gonna make you think and analyze why. But most of people, you know, they stopped at the place, this beautiful prediction not coming true from you, and so that's all bullshit. They not reflecting, okay, I have this all potential, like I have this stock of beautiful karmic seeds, yeah, of this beautiful good karma to unfold for me, and cards are showing it. But where I lost the key to unfold, to open this storage with these beautiful karmic seeds, because cards constantly they showing, look, there is something good for you, and you start analyzing, reflecting back, okay, where is my key? Okay, I got this prediction at times when there were such events in my life, okay, choices I made, and again I got repetitive prediction back then, choices I made. You start reflecting, and very good, especially for those people who have this 6 times diary or just having a diary. And those of you who working, like really working with tarot readings, I gave you algorithm how to work, especially with this pick-a-cards collective, general pick-a-cards, if you're not paying to private readers, if you work for free. So you go, you see, okay, I watched this prediction, it was about this, and back the time these events took place in my life. Choices I made, because something definitely gonna be wrong about choices you made, that this prediction did not come true, but keep popping up like repeatedly in your life. But most of you gonna stop at the point like, that's bullshit. And trust me, from readers like this who write in me this long fucking email how much she disappointed in tarot, that's gonna be bullshit. From readers like this person, that's gonna be another bullshit. So here we go, through conclusion. So divination is a sin. Energy 5 here. If you are an orthodox person, then you should know that no wise man or justify trying to fortune teller or working with cards on you. Again, in what you believe, if you believe that fortune telling is a sin, there's gonna be a sin for you. What else I can say? Yeah. You believe in this, keep believing. And here like energy 16 in minus, like person so far from spiritual awakening. Anyway, so fortune telling is a sin here. I already made videos before on how tarot readers gonna boil in hell, blah 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 blah. Okay. Fortune telling, sometimes you may be very person about things which not positive, and this person will be like fortune telling, and especially this mantic systems. Why is the highest purpose of us using this? To moderate future. Yeah, it's to moderate future. It's like when you driving, when you piloting a spaceship, you have all these external systems outside the ship, rocket, whatever. Yeah, ship probably, because rocket ship. Even if we're talking about plane, yes, there is some tools which indicate how high you flying, yeah, so you know exact time when you need to land, when you need to do things, yeah. And mantic systems of predictions, it's like this tool in a plane, like this indicator in a plane, to help you to make the best decision for yourself. Because if you will let chassis or like start landing your plane when it's too high, yeah, or it's already too late to adjust, it's gonna be disaster. So why are we using tarot? Not to say like we're using the systems in a plane. When we pilot in a plane, we're using the systems not to say us, oh, look, you're gonna land your plane successfully. No, we're using the systems as to see what's around to be able to land this plane successfully or take off successfully. And same way tarot used. But we're not sitting in plane. Yeah, I'm pilot of a plane. I'm sitting in front of all these panels. So many different indicators there, especially if it's passenger plane. So many different indicators. And I'm sitting, oh, plane, dear, tell me please if I'm gonna land successfully. We're using this to see how flight is going on. To see how our flight is going on, and same with tarot. We're not using these tools and indicators. Oh, plane, please tell me, am I gonna land successfully? We see, okay, we're about out of fuel, or we see it's so much turbulence. What we need to do when we're dealing with so much turbulence, and we're doing our best to fucking land this plane successfully, but when something wrong with these monitors, and it's very difficult to spot turbulence. Well, you can spot it by feeling, but the way out, it will be difficult to much more difficult without all these external indicators. You can spot turbulence, so you can see land from, but it will be so difficult to pilot this plane if you don't have these tools, which gonna say you how your flight is going on. But we're not knocking on these panels, yeah, we're not knocking on these indicators. Oh, please say if I'm gonna land this plane. This is so stupid to approach tarot the way as you pilot of a plane, you're sitting there, you're looking on a panel, or you're looking in your notebook and asking, am I gonna type this file successfully? I don't know how else to explain you. I'm trying my best to explain you how this works. I hope you understand here. Because that's such a stupidity to sit in a plane, to be a pilot, and oh, plane, dear plane, are we gonna land successfully? And ask this plane. Maybe later on in future this will be possible with some autopilot or something, artificial intelligence piloting it and reporting to you, but and the same to tarot deck, tarot cards, any prediction about future, which you call fortune telling, is just to see you right now how your flight is going on, and based on current data you are in, make a little prediction, are you gonna land successfully or not? Because if you fly and they indicate you that you're out of fuel, we can assume that you're not gonna land successfully. You will need to have this emergency landing, yeah? I tried my best to give you this example. But this is such a stupidity, to perceive tarot like this, to sit in a plane, dear plane, are we gonna land successfully? Who the hell is piloting this way? Same with tarot. Which professional doing this way? Okay, that's very upsetting for me, such email. So divination is a sin. Okay, we already moved on. I explained you my concept of divination. Okay, so piloting plane is same sin. According to this statement, piloting a plane, same sin. Okay, so blah blah. And here she's writing, I will also add that having started communicating with tarologists, I gradually slipped from tarot cards to healers who determined the like evil eye or evil energies and other attributes of magical influence on me based on my photo. At some point I even seriously thought about blah blah paying them huge amount of money to take this negative juju from me. Here quite interesting how she slipped into this communicating from tarologists into healers and paying them huge money for this, because person have good potential to be a healer, not necessarily a healer, but could be some psychology, like radical psychology, this sort of system. She have potential for this. She have potential for actually healer, because energy 16 is a good potential for healer, energy 2 is a good potential for healer. Yeah, energy 7 in the core gives you a lot of stamina, and a healer must have good physical body, must have stamina. If you're a healer and you're working, yeah, you must have this. So here we go. Energy 15 as well gives you a lot of energy, and you can be a healer. You can heal. Here in her case, she can heal people, other people, from addictions of all sort. She may work as with energies, or she may work with sort of radical psychology here. That's her talent. That's why she was, it was a sign, like on her path. She went to tarot, it didn't work for her. She started to connect with healers of all sorts, because actually she have really good potential. And energy 21, remember her planetary, having this energy, you cannot trade tobacco, you cannot sell tobacco, alcohol, you cannot participate in something which produces pollution for the world. In her case, she can heal people, again, from addictions of all sorts. Not from sickness, not from bad juju. I would say, if she's not believing in this, better. And with energy 18, they, okay, when we're dealing with bad juju, we're always dealing with the black magic. And danger she have here with her energy 18. A person simply without good teacher in this field, she may not be able to face consequences of dark magic. So she won't be able to help other people get rid of them as a healer. So to heal bad juju, energy 15 sort of says, yeah, but energy 18 says like, oh, under conditions that you have really strong teachers, that you invested a lot of time in this, and in overcoming first of all your own fears and everything. So I would not be, with her level she is right now, I would not be recommending this field for her. Someone who have similar matrix, yeah, but already overcome their fears, confident, strong. You may try, guys, to remove consequences of bad juju from other people's energy field, called aura. In her case, strongly not recommended, especially this one is ancestral 18, 16, 7, especially I'm not recommending, because in her family people were doing black juju to other people. So here we go. What else? So radical psychology, helping other people to get rid of addictions of all sorts, or to help other people to develop healthy addictions in their life, like sporty lifestyle, healthy diet, beautiful something, yeah, these sort of things. Really nice for her. Gonna work tarot? Don't think so. Especially like, no, don't think so. With her energies, abundance of energy 5 and all in mind, in this program of spiritual liar and deceiver, like for such people will be how difficult to give working predictions or write, or it will be difficult for them to deliver information to the client in the right way. Okay, let's say this, not like she gonna completely lie, but whatever she will be channeling gonna be so twisted here with this program. So guys, that was it. A really long email I got from ex-former tarot reader and who's still searching job. What kind of job? I have no idea. A person did not clarify, and I have no time. I'm still, I'm so busy lately. And still I'm trying to provide you with the best information, with the best videos I can at my channel. Not only entertaining, which like so easy for me to shoot something for entertainment about Jungkook or Ben Barnes or blah blah, but it's 1 hour 10 minutes of my time, and before behind the scenes, yeah, I spend like 3-4 hours analyzing this. So please appreciate this video, motivate me, show me some support, yeah, watch it, comment it, connect with one another, discuss, because maybe I'm not always in time replying your questions about matrix, okay. Those of you who have seen videos already, you may recommend, feel free to recommend people who asking questions. You feel free recommend and drop a link for video I made before, which contains answers to this person questions. I want you to be helpful for one another, yeah, to connect, because here's community based on like matrix and scientific approach towards spirituality, towards esotericism. Okay, so guys, thank you for your attention. I hope to see you in my other videos. Bye.